In this video, I'm going to talk about how to embed a video into a web page. My name is Tobey from Training Business Pros. It's a question that gets asked a lot, and there are, of course, many different ways to embed videos, but there are some things that you need to watch out for. So in this video, I'm going to show you a couple different ways to embed that video into a WordPress page. And then I'm also going to, when we get to the end, talk about what you really want to watch out for, which is how fast that page actually loads, because you want to prevent a long page load speed, because if Google figures out that that page doesn't load quickly, it's going to rank it really badly in search engine results. And you really want your pages to rank well in SEO. So therefore, stick around to the end, because there's something I'm going to show you that's a really neat trick to get around this. All right, let's get started. Okay, so I'm going to show you a few different ways to embed a video into a WordPress page. The reason why we're using WordPress is because it's probably the most popular editor there is for web people. So let's go to a page and add new. And we're just going to call this video embed. And then we're going to use the straight Gutenberg editor, which is the free editor that comes with WordPress when you install it. So let's just go down here and add a block. And we're going to search for video. So now we have choices. So the first one we're going to do is we're going to embed a video from our own server, which means that whatever server your website is being hosted on, that's where that video is being served from. Now you want to be careful here. Keep those videos in and around a minute, because the bigger the video is, the more server space it takes up. So let's go and upload a video from our computer. And as it's uploading, we can actually go to the page and preview this in a new tab. And it's 1:30 long, and as you can see, that video is already uploaded. Now, the drawback here is that when you actually look at the page, or look at the video itself, it's actually going to be black. So that's not the best way, I think, to do videos. You want to have a thumbnail over top of that, and I'm not going to go through the details on how to actually program that here. So what we're going to do instead is we're going to embed a video from YouTube. So let's go and add a new block. And this time we're going to choose YouTube. And we just need to grab the YouTube embed code. By the way to find that is just go to any video, click on share, and just copy the link that's there. Paste it. And now let's go preview the page again, and we'll have two different videos, one with a thumbnail and one without. Obviously the one with the thumbnail works a lot better, especially when it's got this play button over top of it instead of down here in the corner. So the next thing I'm going to show you now, because the problem here is that moving those videos around, resizing them, is much more difficult, I feel, with the Gutenberg editor, and you have a lot less control. So what I'd like to point out is that if you download Elementor, which is a free builder, and you create a page with Elementor, which is what we're going to do now. Let's go add new. And let's call this Elementor video page. And this time we're going to use Edit with Elementor at the top. And again, you can just download this from the repository. And we're going to choose the page layout as full width. So we've got our header up top and our footer here. And now all we need to do is insert a container. So click the plus button, put a container in there, and now we're going to go to the elements, which is this sort of 9 square thing up here in the corner, and now just grab video and pull it into the block. And the first one we're going to choose is self-hosted, just like we did before, and we need to choose a file from our server, and we already have a video uploaded to the media area. We're going to insert that. Okay, so that's one way. The next way is YouTube. Just choose YouTube, and now where it has the link here, we're going to post our YouTube link, just like that. And now we have a lot more control over resizing it. So the first thing we can do is we can just go over here to width, on the container and change the width of it. But what we can also do is we can add another column by right-clicking and go add new column, and now we can put something else on the right-hand side as a description. So just type in video descriptor. Okay, and we can move those back and forth. So for example, I can drag this column over to the left, just like that. Whoops, go the other way. There we go. And you can start to move things around and resize them, and that's really, really helpful. Now, in addition to embedding YouTube and self-hosted, you also can choose Vimeo or Daily Motion. So those are the popular ones, and it just makes it really, really easy to do that. Now what I want to do is I want to talk about the drawbacks of embedding videos using third-party systems like Vimeo, YouTube, and Daily Motion. Essentially what happens is when your web page is loading, it needs to pull the thumbnail and play resources from those third-party engines like YouTube. And it can take fairly long to do that depending on how busy that server is that's serving up that information. So it's called render blocking, and the less render blocking you have, the faster your web page will load. So here's a neat little trick that I use very often to get my page to load quickly and not rely on third-party servers like YouTube to push content. So what we're going to do is let's delete this column so we can get a nice clear picture of the video. And let's go view page, and we're going to open that in a new page here. Okay. So now we have a nice sort of embedded YouTube picture, and what we're going to do is take a screenshot of that. Just like that. And we're going to save that as an image. So video embed screenshot. Go back to our web page here. And instead of putting the video here, let's delete that and let's just put an image. And let's grab the image from our computer that we just made, the screenshot that we took. And the great thing about this is it looks exactly like the video, except it's not. It's a screenshot. And then you need to put a link in here to a new page. So let's create a new page, /video play page. Okay, and all you have to do is remember that. We can always come back and take a look at that. So we're going to link to a new page. So let's go create a new page. And we're going to call it video play page. And we're also going to edit that with Elementor. Full width. New container, and let's insert the video element, paste in our YouTube code, and we're going to put autoplay on that so that when this page opens, it plays automatically. And we're going to publish that. Let's come back to this page where we embedded the image instead, and we're going to click update on that page, and then let's go preview it. And as you can see, it looks like a video. It just acts very differently because when you click this link, it's going to jump to the video play page. Watch. Click, and now the URL changes to video play page, and it starts to play. That is a great idea if you want your web pages to load faster. And it is a real problem. I can tell you, if you embed 6 or 7 or 8 different videos on a web page and they're all pulling code from these third-party video hosting sites like Vimeo and YouTube, that page can load really, really slowly. Now, it may look like it's loading fast, but Google looks at the entire page load speed from beginning to end. And if it's like 10, 12, even 15 seconds, that web page is going to perform very, very poorly in search engine results. So that's a neat little trick. I hope that's helpful. If you have any questions or comments and you want to dive into maybe details about any of this, just ask in the comments below and I'll get back to you. Thanks for your time. If you liked the video, give it a thumbs up. That'd be really cool. See you next time.